chasing an empty hole. Yeah, rich niggas, the mission is let it go. Ego face a dilemma, be them or never fold. Like, how can I, knowing what I know, say it with a conscience, tell niggas go and vote. The product sells itself, you know Obama ran on hope. I could never forget that nigga, I know everything's a joke. Republican, the Klansman, the Democratic panic, the pandemic, the false flag, they cause cancer, the direct link, that red 40 turns humanic. The processed food, school shooters, what if they planned it? What if Big Pharma eat off of that same sandwich? What if black bodies keep missing those toe tags and they selling our bodies right after we done slanging? For the low, I know I keep asking. I cry sometimes cause my youth was left stranded. My mama, postpartum, a drug addict. Cause and effect, I'm still lost but I'm blessed. Distressing, knowing what it is but can't talk to the rest. They think a nigga lost his mind before they ask why I went. Yeah, I know I talk a lot, but baby, please can I vent? I cry sometimes, cause truly what can I change? The strange fruit on that tree is dead niggas in chains. What you sow, you gotta reap. I can't speak to the shame of knowing everything you got is gonna get taken away. Pray for the faith to stay safe in the war. The armor full of deep scratches, still unmatched to a sword. Pen in my hand, now I'm aimed at the door. Confined to my own mind, still settle the score. Is it Cain or Abel? They still blaming the poor. As I change through the process, I burn bridges for more. Sacrifice my fellow man to save my daughter from yours. And I don't give a fuck, nigga, I die happy and poor. They're billionaires, adding bombs at the door, adding minds in a moment, just for money, I'm yeah.
Keep going crazy, going crazy, going crazy.
Yeah. Ain't no telling what might happen if I take one to the face. I try to keep two just to keep that shit from jumping out of place. Ooh, the life that we're living is a movie on play. Sneaking out of shadows for the humble spirit and the high grace. Ain't no telling what might happen if I take one to the face. Shawty geeked up, said she can't even remember what her name is. Nah, two turn, no surprise, I'ma slide when it's late. They go see the sign in the sky, or the slimes when they pull up.
Yo, if you're with us in the chat on Twitch, welcome in. Happy Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. I'm not sure what happened to the YouTube stream, but it's not live today, so we're just gonna rock with it on Twitch only, I think. If you're with us in the chat, just make sure you submit your music. Exclamation mark submit. Oh, I think I got it. We're live on YouTube as well. I don't know what happened, but we're live. It's up. If you want to go watch on YouTube, you can. youtube.com/KayvanMD. Also, if you gotta submit your music, just make sure you hit this link in the chat. Can you guys hear me okay as well on Twitch? Let me know. Sometimes if I leave my interface on for too long in the day, it'll get fucked up. You guys hear me? Yo, what's good? If you want to submit your music, exclamation mark submit. If you want to skip the queue, exclamation mark skip. We are live on YouTube and on Twitch now. We figured it out. All right, beautiful. You guys can hear me. That's great. Everything is working. Nikes? I don't know how to say. I don't know if I'm saying that right. But if you want to submit music, just make sure you use this link in the chat. We're running everything through Nero these days. This wonderful platform right here. It helps me automate everything. If you want to skip the queue, it's $5. It's cheap. We made it cheaper because the subscriptions on Twitch got more expensive. 217 Grinch. So you're actually, it's going to take you off site, bro. It's going to take you into Nero. You want to submit in that link. It's going to put it in this form for me and we'll be pulling it up. Zach DeLuca, what's going on? Welcome back to the chat. It's nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. We're gonna get started here very, very shortly, but if you have not submitted your music yet, just make sure you do that by hitting !submit or !skip at any point. If you're with us on YouTube, that's not gonna work for you, and I'm sorry, because I haven't had time to figure out how to set it up to do Nightbot on YouTube as well yet. So you're just gonna have to deal with it for now. Hit the link in the description, and that's gonna take it as well. If you've been subbed for a while, it does still work, but you're just gonna have to tell me when you submitted, and I will manually put you into the skip queue. And that is for anybody who is an automatic resubscriber, because we recently switched over. So basically, for anybody who is an automatic resubscriber on Twitch, let me know. We'll still give you the skip, and I'll put you in the queue myself, but I'll have to do it manually. Joey, I just put you in there as well. For everybody who is not an automatic resubscriber, that's how we used to do things. We switched things up. Shout out to Nero, shout out to Eddie Mick, who may or may not be in the chat right now, but he's the founder of Nero. He's one of our community members, and honestly, this shit is just way better. It's way cleaner. I can bring the cost down for everybody in the chat as well. So why would we not do that? You know what I mean? Why would we not make it cheaper for everybody? So if you want to submit in the chat, just make sure you hit !submit. It's gonna pull up the link, send you to Nero, go fill that out, and it'll be in there. If you want to skip the queue and guarantee you get played on stream today, it is $5 for the paid skip queue. That's totally up to you. You don't have to do it. We'll do a free skip every 5 priority skips anyway, but if you want to guarantee a song gets played on stream tonight, I don't want to hear you in the chat at the end being like, yo, you didn't play my song. I'm telling you right now how you can guarantee a song will get played, all right? That is how you can guarantee it'll get played before the end of the stream without a doubt. However, if you want to roll the dice, you can. Last 30 minutes of the stream will always be dedicated to people who are here hanging out as well. So you can just chill. You can tell us what you think of the music, or you can spend $5 if you want, or you can roll the dice and see if you get bumped up for free. One of those things may happen. If not, there are a bunch of other things and other ways you can submit music to me that I will talk about very quickly before we get started. And I'll also tell you who I am, what I do, and what the fucking point of this is at all. How did I find out about Nero? Actually, Eddie Mick, who was the founder, so he was a community member of ours, and I was doing this interview series and like activation for Kayvan's house at Digitalog Days last year, and he just pulled up on me in real life and was like, "Yo, bro, I've been trying to chat with you about this thing that I invented, this platform that I invented that I think will help you with the streams." And I was like, all right, bro, like, show me what's up. Like, give me a run through. And so he showed me a demo, like, in real life. And I was just like, bro, this shit looks amazing, and definitely looks and feels like something that could help me out in the stream, too. So I'm just saying, Nero, beautiful platform. We're all fans of it over here, and it's been really cool working with them so far. So if you are in the chat, you want to submit, again, !submit. That'll pull up the link to Nero. It'll take you there. Nero used to be the Fire CD burning program. I actually remember that. I'm gonna date myself. I do remember that fully. Yeah, super dope that he was in the community as well. Honestly, that was like a selling point for me immediately when I was like, oh yeah, bro, like you developed this off of sitting in our stream and watching the pitfalls and the things that could be better and identifying the problems that could be fixed, and you fixed them. Fuck yeah, let's get in there, man. And also it allows me to set my own prices, so I could bring the price down. Twitch increased their subscription price to like $8 or $9 or some shit, and like I just hated it. You know what I mean? So we've been doing this stuff with Nero for the last month now, and it's been really, really tight. Kwame Brown, thank you for the raid. Welcome to my house, my swamp. Stacks, what's going on, man? Welcome to the chat. If you want to submit your music, make sure you hit this link in the chat as well. We're gonna get started very shortly, but first, let me give you guys a rundown of what I do here, what this is, and all that kind of stuff too, right? So, if you're just joining us for the first time, my name is Kayvan. I am the director of music distribution at a company called Media Lab. Media Lab is the parent company of Genius and WorldStar, so I run the distribution side of both of those companies, signing artists, putting out projects, releasing albums, singles, doing all kinds of stuff, DSP pitching, curator pitching, marketing, booking for social content and for video content, all kinds of shit, right? I've been at Genius for like 8 years. I did a lot of the interviews on the Verified and Deconstructed and open mic side of things. I've done content strategy. I've done live events. I've done branded content. I've managed artists. I've been an artist myself. I produce music. So it really, like, my whole life has kind of revolved around music for the last like 10, 15 years. And so every week, Mondays and Thursdays, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time, I do this. We sit, we talk about music, we listen to music together, we give feedback on music together as a community, which means you guys in the chat, let us know what you think of these songs as well. There's really only one rule. Please be kind, please be respectful to each other. There is a way to give feedback in a way that is respectful of the other person's time and effort. It is difficult to do this in the first place. Put yourself out there, release music, send it to people, and put yourself in front of an audience in general. So let's give some respect on that front. And that's it. That's the only rule in here. As we're listening to songs, I'll be pulling up socials, so make sure you go follow if you fuck with something. And if you don't follow us on Kayvan's House yet, make sure you go follow us on Kayvan's House too. This is kind of like the hub for the content that we're making to support independent and emerging artists. Again, all of this content is free. I do not charge for a single one of these things. If I fuck with the music, I'm going to support the music, and that is all it is, all right? So we've got our New Music Friday playlist, which updates every Friday, which you can submit for at any point. If you ever release this scheduled, go ahead and put it in there. I don't need a link to the song. I just need a link to your Spotify, and I'll go look for it on release day myself. We have songs in the comments, which is another free way for you to submit music to me for content and for playlisting. I listen to these songs every single week. Go follow us on Kayvan's House if you want to submit for that. You just got to go put your song and artist name in the comment. Don't spam my fucking comments, though, because I don't like that shit. It makes it harder for me to get through them. We have interviews that we're dropping with artists. This is what we shot at Digitalog Days, where I met Eddie. We've got New Music Friday content every week, which is a mixture of independent artists and bigger artists as well. We've got our At Home with interview series, which is usually every Wednesday, every couple of Wednesdays, we drop a new one. We've got playlists. We're going to be doing live Q&As in the Discord, more of these. I do free consultation giveaways when we hit 1,000 new followers on the page as well. So lots of things that we're doing there. Lots of ways we're trying to support independent and emerging artists, right? You can also join the Discord, which if you are not in there already, please go do that. We have a community playlist, which submissions actually close for tonight. So if you want to get a submission in for the community playlist update, you can still do that before the night is over, all right? When it hits midnight, submissions closed. Before midnight, you can still get them in. All right, so like I said, here we'll listen to music. I'll be playlisting songs and the songs we found on Twitch playlist as well. As you can see right here, these are all of the playlists that I make. So it's a lot of fucking playlists, all right? How do you do that for the playlist? So if you want to submit for the playlist in the community, go to the Discord, submit in the community playlist submissions channel specifically. I will ping that for everybody again when I get off stream tonight. If you want to submit for the songs we found in the comments playlist, go comment on the last post that is songs from the comments. It's pinned at the top of my Instagram page. And yeah, it's literally like it's as easy as I can make it. Like, you can submit for fucking everything. You can submit for nothing. I don't know why you wouldn't submit for anything, because it's all free, and like literally every week I listen to all these things myself. But yeah, that's it. So what we do here, like I said, we give artist feedback, we listen to music, and that's that. So let's get into it so you guys can see what we're about. But like I said, be respectful of each other. If I catch you being disrespectful, you know, I'm gonna find you. I'm not gonna find you. But we may ban you. You know, you'll get a warning, and then if you keep being a dick, you're out of here. We're starting with Regulated by Nebula today. Actually, the first song on the songs we found in the Twitch playlist is the last Nebula song that was sent in, called R.I.P. Joy. So I'm excited to hear this. Wanted to have fun rapping, so this is what happened. Let's check it out. And yeah, I might play you guys a beat I made this weekend too at some point, just so you can see I actively produce music, so it's something I think about a lot. I like to share with you guys sometimes too, just so you understand, like, this isn't like some music blogger who's never touched a fucking instrument. Cause I hate that shit. Joy from the dread. I ain't fed, now I'm hungry, now no water and bread. SaneB.jp. Dead pins, bro, I really fuck with this sound, man. I endorse the actions of Tink. It's so jazzy, and I like that a lot. I'm a big jazz fan as well, so. And if you guys have any questions, let me know in the chat. I'm always happy to answer your questions. Anything music related or non-music related. Let us know what you got up to this weekend too. How'd you guys feel about the Kendrick Super Bowl performance? There's not a spreadsheet anymore. We just do Nero, so that'll tell you where you are in the queue as well. Now hard, I just want some roses water so they sprout. When the curtains close, I just hope somebody bring them out in a bouquet, maybe with some money. Yeah, huge W's for Kendrick, man. Loved it. I'm going hard, I go up any day. Yeah, any day now, any day. This is very easy listening rap. I would listen to this every day. Yeah, I feel for the people who did not get the Kendrick performance, what the fuck's wrong with you? And Brad Strake in front of the whole world and don't even have to play the song. He didn't even have to say certified pedophile. Everyone knew. They all knew the words. Jay Saruski says this is so good. I am a fan. Nebula, for me now is rising. You know what I mean? Like, as far as like artists I'm keeping an eye on, like vocal tone is nice, the beat choices are really cool. Like there is something like distinctly jazz based in it, even without it being like a jazz artist. You know what I mean? It's like the production I think leans so into the jazz aspect, and I would highly recommend going to check out the other song as well that is in the playlist, the songs we found on Twitch playlist, because I've really enjoyed listening to that. It literally is like every time I click the playlist is the first song that plays. So I've listened to it a lot, and it hits every time. SayinB.jp on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with that one. Let's keep going, all right? We got Prize Picks by Sarah Nashot up next. Just Sarah is the artist name. But let us know what you think. I've also enjoyed listening to this artist, honestly. There's been a couple songs that I've heard that I've really, really liked. So shout out to you and your team for always submitting music in here. Rant for you, what's going on? Welcome in. Welcome to the chat. If you want to submit, here's a link. What else did you guys get up to this? Oh, what else did you guys get up to this weekend? Sarah, welcome to the chat. Sarah? I never know if I'm saying it right. The double A's throw me off. I like the Pokemon card, trainer card. No, I want to get it right. JR says I got overly drunk and woke up this morning hungover. Just because of the Super Bowl? Yeah, I saw that, Nikes. I saw that in the Discord. That's tight.
Watch him go to bat for me and step up from the dugout. I might have to tag you out.
Oh, hitting that falsetto note. That's nice. Devious at 5 voice. Quiet vocal and misses. 10 out of 10. Yassine says this is insane. Drizzy says damn voice is amazing. Out of Las Vegas, Nevada. If you're in the chat, let us know where you're watching from right now. This is why we do this, guys. There's a lot of talent out there. Make sure you tap in if you're rocking with us. Sarah Nashot on Instagram. We got New York in the chat. We got Reno in the chat. I like that one. That was really short and sweet. A minute and 28 seconds. I can't lie. Like, I do love a little minute and 30-second song, to be honest. We got a lot of Reno, Tahoe, Nevada in it. We got a lot of Nevada in the chat. We got Chicago in the chat. Very good. Make sure you go follow Sarah Nashot. Sarah, I want you to tell me how to say it. What I Like to See by Vinyl. Up next, Calvin Logan A&R Aria Records sent this, I think. This single is a valuable addition to my discography, representing a new style that both I and my audience will enjoy embracing. My direction will keep evolving as I grow creatively, as it should. Sarah, thank you. I'm glad that you told me how. Let's go. Let us know what's up next. Let us know what you think. We got Miami, we got Tahoe, Atlanta, Oakland. Shout out to Oakland, man. Peyton, bro, we have changed things around, my dude. I think you know this, though. Make sure you submit a Nero, and I'll make sure you get bumped up. Thank you for the sub.
Come get it. You know what time it is. I've been waiting all day. Girl, you got me feeling, but it's
so I like this vocal tone-wise. Also, just melodically, it's really good, but there is something off about this lead vocal mix. Oh, you are? Okay, we'll make sure we get you bumped up, bro. Thank you for the sub. And again, if you guys want to guarantee you get played on stream today, best thing you can do is use the paid skip queue at Nero. DS are smacking the fuck out of that vocal, but kind of not enough. I'm gonna save that for later. What is it? How can you tell the DS-er is smacking? Dreszy, thank you for subscribing. Make sure if you've submitted in the Nero form, sorry, and we'll get you bumped up as well. De-essing is a very difficult part of mixing, I agree. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to de-ess, so I gotta be real. Sounds like it's on the wrong spot. Yeah, so that's why I say the paid skip queue is the best way to guarantee you get played on stream, because we do get a lot of submissions. So if you want to absolutely guarantee you get played, that's the best way. But in 2 songs, we'll do a free skip with the spinning wheel. Reminds me of August Alsina, low-key says Swamp. I can hear that. Look, I will say there's a lot of things that I do like about this. I do think that the vocal mix is the thing that could improve a little bit. Nikes, don't even worry about that, bro. We listen to people at every part of their journey in here, and I say this every stream. It doesn't matter where you're at in your journey. We're going to talk about the ways that you can improve from release to release, first and foremost. If I recorded the song myself, I just prefer to EQ it out. I also prefer to EQ it out manually, because it feels easier than de-essing, in all honesty. Just to like literally like just dip out that frequency and clean it up. It's crazy when the de-esser just makes the vocal dull by pulling down those higher frequencies too much, but the vocal could be fine, just that one plugin. Damn, I didn't know that, bro. I don't play with the de-essers that much, so... Mic placement can hide the S's too, that's important. Gus says, but then you miss out on that frequency when the S isn't hidden. And that's an important part of the vocal. All right, so what do you guys... So in the chat, what advice do you have for this artist as far as the mix goes, especially on the vocals? Because, like, for me, there's so much I like about this song. The mix on the lead vocal is the one thing that stands out to me as maybe the thing that would stop me from playlisting it. I'm going to follow the artist, though, because I think the songwriting was solid. I actually think, like, a lot of the melodic choices were good. I thought the harmonies were good. But it's mostly, for me, in the mix there where that could get a little bit better. Vanille _ on Instagram if you were rocking with that. Okay, so the chat is saying DS is giving him a lisp. I've been using a limiter at the end of the vocal chain to control peaks a bit more after. It's pretty airy delivery, needs to be heavily compressed. S, hard to DS. I don't know if that answered the question, guys, but but we appreciate the feedback. Let's keep going. We got Proud by Gus up next. And then we'll have one more and we'll get into a free skip from the chat. This is Proud by Gus. Let us know what you think. I think it would be better to like practice delivery and how those plosives sound and develop a time and place when it's necessary and not, says Ryan Cole Productions. Good song though. I think everyone agrees the song was decent. You know what I mean? It was like actually a good song. It's really just that lead vocal mix that I would definitely encourage working on a bit more. This is Gus. Love this artist. Love this producer. Great songwriter. Just super creative. Great instrumentalist. This one's called Proud. Let us know what you think in the chat. Gus Marks on Instagram. Out of Big Mass. Jason Rusi said already fuck with the vocals. Me too. Ooh. The intro reminds me of a film. I do think Gus is a really, really great composer too. I frequently described him as like a Tame Impala kind of regen, but I don't know that it's... This especially doesn't feel as Tame Impala as some of the other songs we've heard. This is pretty tight. Not that the others aren't, but this one feels a little bit more commercial overall. Vocal compliments the lead perfectly, says Ryan Cole. This one's solid, man. Good job. Has that Brockhampton feel? This definitely feels closer to a Brockhampton than anything for me. Got a whole EP in this style. Can't wait. Again, this one's called Proud. You can find it on Spotify right now. Instrumentation on this is really cool. I love the way the synths come in. Trezzy, let me know what your artist name is in the chat, please, so I can make sure we get you bumped up into the skip queue. This one is a vibe, bro. I just love sonically, like, it's such a cool space. There's so much movement in the mix as well. It's like these different instrumental elements come in and out in such a nice way with the vocals. Like, for anybody listening, like, this is one of the things I talk about a lot, is just making a really dynamic mix. Nothing is flat. There's so much movement. It keeps you engaged. It keeps you listening the whole time, all the way through. So at 3 minutes long, it doesn't feel like 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Again, Gus Marks on Instagram. Good sound choices. Moves well. Good vocal on there. I like the mix on everything. Great job. CC Freestyle, Yasin up next, and then we will do our first free skip of the evening with our spinning wheel. CC Freestyle. Finally dropped the EP with Ermin we've been working on for months. Ah, yes. Yasin and Ermin together is a great combo, bro. UK rapper on one side, US-based rapper from the Bay Area on the other side. Tunisian? Moroccan? Both? I always forget. I'm sorry. This one's tough too. This is getting saved. Both? Yeah, man, I really like this kid's definitely got the thing. Yasin B26 on Instagram. Tunisian, not Moroccan. Now I'm second guessing. That's Moroccan, not Tunisian, right? I gotta Google it. Fuck, guys. Morocco, not Tunisia. Sorry. And this is Ermin22 on Instagram for the other rapper on this. Moroccan for sure. The other rappers are this tough. Let us know what you think in the chat. Kind of feels like Jack Harlow, Central C. Yeah, they got it's that back and forth. It's good chemistry. Trying to sound like Central C says Renz. You're a UK boy, so you can say that. I'll let you say that, bro. You're from the UK, so you can say that. I will say the flow and the vocal tone is a little bit closer to C than like some of the other UK rappers that I listen to and have heard as well. So that might be one of the hurdles that you have to get over, especially as you're releasing more music and especially as C gets bigger and bigger, right? So that is one thing to think about. I think that's actually pretty good feedback also just from Renz. Like, definitely keep that in mind, like, as you continue to release music, you know what I mean? Like, you want to really try and, like, make sure that you stand out in your own right as well. But I do think the chemistry between these two guys, especially between Yasin and Ermin, and, like, when you see them on camera together, too, in the videos, like, there is something really cool about it. Yeah, it's good. But I agree. You want to sound like you. So, like, that is going to be the thing for Ermin to work on, I think. Yasin, I feel like you've kind of got it, bro. Like, you've got this, like, own sound of yours already. The ats, just in case you missed them, were at Yasin B26. And then Ermin, ERMAINE 22. If he keeps rapping, he'll naturally find his own voice 100%. But I will say, like, they're both young guys as well. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing that I think is, like, really impressive about them. Ermin, ERMAINE 22. And then Yasin B is Yasin B26. And yeah, it's just like the quality of the content and the visual and everything. Like, there is something here, right? So it's just continuing to build that sound for yourself, you know what I mean? And continuing to differentiate yourself from other people as well. But a really great run of songs that I've heard from you guys, and I think that is a tough part too. Because look, C is fucking out of here, bro. You know what I mean? He's been doing this for a minute, so it's part of that process. You know what I'm saying? All right, first free bump of the evening going to Justin Scott by the looks of it. Let's see what we got here. Renz, I'm hoping we get to one of yours today as well. I'm gonna super skip this one to the top. I need assistance. Justin Scott, let us know what you think in the chat. As always. Oh, Jay Saruski, this is you. I need assistance. Let us know what you think. Maybe a little quiet on the master off rip. I like the sound choices on the, what is that, like a koto? Or shamisen, some sort of Japanese string instrument playing right now. If you want to send music in, just make sure you use this link in the chat. You made me check my posture, bro. I've been sitting in the chair all day. Oh. Creatively, I do like this sound a lot. It's definitely in the realm of what I listen to. It reminds me of Joji a little bit. Master could be a little louder. That's maybe the only real feedback I have right now. Oh, there we go, though. It is nice when that rhythmic section comes in, when those drums kind of kick in. I feel like they're touch loud in comparison to the rest of the elements in the song, and that could be the reason why the master feels so quiet too. I always tell people this, I do this myself when I'm trying to like really like identify from a leveling standpoint what's too loud in my mix. I'm gonna turn my volume all the way down, like quiet as possible, because when you're listening to it quiet, those elements that really stand out in the mix are gonna sound louder, and it's a little bit easier to identify. So maybe try that when you're doing your next mix, just as a way to test and see. Because if anything, it does feel like the drums are maybe just a touch loud in this one. And let us know what you think in the chat. Obviously, this is just the way I hear it. Everyone could hear this differently. Overall, I like this though. 355's maybe a bit long, maybe, but like, you know, not everybody's gonna agree with that either. Yeah, I think it's in these moments where it's like none of that rhythmic section's in there. That's where it feels quiet. I do like this though. I mean, like, just from a songwriting perspective, from a production perspective overall, it's like a nice song to listen to. I probably would play this, in all honesty. There's an outro that fades out. It made it too long. That's the other thing when you're doing your exports, make sure you check that end of the session. I've made that mistake a billion times when trying to bounce beats, and then you bounce like an extra 2 minutes of silence that comes at the end of the beat, and you're like, fuck. Why'd I do this? So yeah, make sure you check that stuff on the end too. I'm generally more for short fade outs than long fade outs also. But it seems like you got that part already. You already know what I'm talking about, so don't worry about that too much. That is a long, oh, no, we got a halftime section. Well, I like this too. Can you help finding a home for demos? What do you mean? Like, how so? Like, with an artist? I need a little bit more context on that question. But in theory, yes, if the demo is a good demo. Yeah, a bit of a long outro. I mean, it makes sense with the halftime. I'm not so mad at it. I would maybe figure out how to put more of a vocal on there at the end. Best advice I can give you for finding a home for demos. I mean, if you've written the song already, or you are writing the song for the artist, maybe just write the hook and don't worry so much about the verses. Usually artists like to fill out their own verses. Justin Saruski on Instagram. I like try and get in the room, if I'm being honest. Like, doing sessions or asking artists to pull up and do a session with you is probably the easiest way to get something placed. It's just different when you're in the room with them and you can like actually work on them physically together. But I mean, outside of that, if you're going to be pitching beats to people, send it to their A&R, send it to the manager, try and get to the artist direct. Make sure you keep an eye out for people being like, hey, I'm looking for beats. Like, send it when you do, but keep a pack ready. You know what I mean? Like, keep an easy to find link ready to go if people are looking for beats, and be ready to send it through. Oh, Ben's baby with the super skip. Straight to the top, bro. This is Valentine's Day. Not gonna lie, I want to know if anything needs to be changed. Sounds right. Does it make you want to make babies? Let me know. No holding back on feedback. All right, cool. Let's get into it. Pull up to the telly M42. Ben's baby. Let us know what you think in the chat. It's a song I produced and wrote. Bro, there's so many ways. Like, there's not really one answer for that question. However you can get it to them is really the answer. The tuning maybe feels slightly off on this. Specifically between the vocal and that main melodic synth that's in the beat. It's close, but it's maybe a semitone or two off. Let us know what you think in the chat. Pull up to the telly, drop your bags on the sofa and get ready. I know that you had a long. I mean, that's the biggest thing for me on this one, is just the vocal key doesn't really feel like it matches with the synth key. Your legs on top of my shoulder. Can't lie
like the way you grind. Slow pace, no rush, baby. Take
That'd probably be my biggest advice on this one.
Really making me lose my mind. There's no need to hide, babe.
I don't know if anybody has anything else, but that's really the biggest thing that I hear.
Just how you like.
I would love to hear maybe a little bit more variation in the production too. Just for such a short song. It's 1:38, so it's maybe not that bad, but I would love to hear a little bit more variation in the production. I do think the biggest thing for me though is just the tuning on the vocal doesn't feel like it fits. Doesn't feel like it quite fits with where the synth is at. So that is what I would work on. That's the biggest thing that I hear there. I would suggest go following Ben's Baby though, because I've enjoyed the other stuff we've listened to so far. Ben's Baby on Instagram, 2 Z's, 2 I's. Definitely a good producer as well, and then starting to get more into that melodic sung side of things. So make sure you tap in. Find a Friend, Joey H up next. New album with Dave Zupp out now. Dave Zupp and Joey H tend to make some good stuff together, so I'm excited to hear this. This is called Find a Friend. Let us know what you think in the chat, guys. And if you have not submitted yet, make sure you hit !submit if you want to skip the queue as a $5 paid skip queue, which will guarantee you get played on stream today before the end of the stream. Cesspool Nova, thanks for the follow. Chris Carmen, thanks for the follow. Drezzy, hopefully you're still here, because I think we've still got a skip for you. I just need to know the artist name. Oh, it looks like Drezzy left. Thanks for the sub, though. Cesspool Nova, I love everybody who's in here, but especially you. Nice bounce on this one. I've got a real soft spot. Can't clip. Why not? Everything they had was provided. That's not an insult though. Childhood dreams coming true, spectacular. Crazy how hardship shapes you like a parabola. Blessed to remain standing up after all of the. I will say vocal mix on this one sounds probably the best that I've heard from Joey so far. Lyrics are good on this as well. This bass line and production though is hidden for me. Feels very West Coast, distinctly West Coast. A little real saxophone on here too. Never upset about that. It's gone. If you're with us on Instagram, come hang out on Twitch or YouTube. We're live right now. Said I'm a made king. Find a friend. Oh yeah, that was the big thing, bro. Maybe a little bit more variation in the production and the arrangement, but mostly it was the vocals being off key with the lead synth. Dave is up. Remember you from the Johan Lennox Discord back in 2021, bro. Joey's been here for a while too. Dave did kill on the production here. Great job. Hey. What you guys been up to today? I had too many meetings today, guys. Nash Brown. Nash Browen? Welcome to the chat. What's going on? You want to submit some music, just make sure you hit this link in the chat. It's free. But we do have a $5 paid skip queue if you want to guarantee you get played on stream today. 419. You know how I feel about a longer than 3-minute and 30-second long song, but I really like the production on this, so it maybe doesn't feel as long. A lot of variation happening with the instrumentation, which is nice, especially that sax. That sax breaks things up a lot. One thing for you, Joy, I would love to hear more ad-libs, more vocal doubles. Oh yeah, feel free to submit. I love watching films. Big film fan over here. Big music video fan. Now this is easy to like really just get into. All these relationships. If you're rocking with this one, it's Joey H4 on Instagram. Really, the only feedback I have is just more doubles, more moments where you have ad-libs and just those little details in the back. I think that would help just elevate as a whole, you know what I mean? Bring the vocal out just a touch more. But Dave killed it on the production. Really love the saxophone on it. I'm not terribly mad at this skit, though. For the extra like 45 seconds that it adds, I probably would have cut it personally, and maybe even just had it be this instrumental outro with the sax.
Is far more significant than
But that's opinion more than anything concrete. You know what I mean?
friendship.
Joey H4 on Instagram. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with that one.
Who you can consider your
Find a friend. We put it in the songs we found on Twitch playlist too. I'll come back and consider that for the content we make tomorrow. Steak Song by Moss up next. This is the intro to my latest project and one of my favorite songs off of it. Let me know what y'all think. We're going to keep things moving. Of course, bro, it's been really cool to hear you develop over time. You know, that's like one of the things that I always say to artists in here, like hearing you guys over like the span of like 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, and just seeing where you come from. Like that to me is honestly like one of the most fun parts about working in music, is just seeing the way that people kind of reinvent themselves and create and find new sounds and just continue to grow and become just different creatively. You know what I mean? So it's been really cool to hear that from you. And I feel like this is such a nice pocket for you to be in. I definitely would encourage you to do more with Dave and do more of these jazz raps, bro. I like the jazz raps. Steak Song, on my way. Let us know what you think in the chat. Sorry, Steak Song by Moss. On my way is the album that this is on. A little quiet on the master again. That might be across this whole project, though, if I'm being honest. At least it's consistent.
See, I came from a place that they don't make them too great. It's like a steak that they done seasoned, but they waited too late. They like to hate and debate about your status, want to talk about the paper you make.
See, now I really hit the vocal hit. I wish the vocal hit harder on this one. It reminds me of that like boom bap era, but I think the thing that makes those songs stand out more is definitely a more robust vocal mix, just more in the forefront. Vocal tone is really good on this one, though. I do think that this is kind of a sweet spot for you, this type of production, this kind of tempo. I'm gonna save this one, though. I'm gonna save it and come back to it tomorrow. Manny_Moss_ on Instagram. I like this for an intro to a project for sure. I think this would probably keep me in and have me go through the rest of it. Unlock, Awkward, and Until You Let Go. 2 other songs that I really like from this project so far. But as you can see, there's 15 songs on it, so make sure you go check it out. And as always, let us know what you think in the chat. We love to know what you guys think of these songs as well. We got 2 more until our next free skip using the spinning wheel, so stick around. Make sure you submit your music if you have not already. And if you want to guarantee a song gets played on stream, best thing you can do is skip the queue. That'll get you bumped into our priority queue. I like that you've got ad-libs in this one. I feel like it's one of the things I told you about the last couple of songs we've listened to as well. The flows are really good. There's maybe moments lyrically that I think could be stronger. But I mean, also that is like what I would tell every artist early on in their career, is just keep working on the writing. You know what I mean? It's going to consistently grow, and the more you study the art, the better it'll get. You know what I mean? So just keep writing songs. I like the beat choice on this one, though, and I do think vocally, delivery-wise, it's great. Tonally, it's great. Good job. Not too much feedback on that, to be honest. It's really just the master being quiet. More than anything, the master being quiet and the vocal maybe not being in the forefront of the mix, I feel like is the thing for me with you in this whole project so far. Like, I think that's been the maybe the one repeat piece of feedback that I've had, is just like, yeah, if the master was a little bit louder, if these vocals, these lead vocals sat a little bit more in the forefront of the mix, I think you'd be golden. I think they're just slightly buried behind the instrumental right now, and that's the only thing that maybe doesn't make these hit quite as hard for me. All right, Not Okay, Isaac Mather up next. Another music video. Shout out to Isaac Mather, man. He's been delivering on these visuals and the songs, but the visuals have been really, really cool. Let us know what you think in the chat.
Holding on for so long.
Maybe ever so slightly too much delay on the vocal.
anymore.
The tail of it is a little harsh, like it's a bit loud. As always, piano and vocal delivery and singing is like emotion in the vocal is so good. Let us know what you think in the chat. Did it go off? It should be on. I had some issues with it earlier, but it should be live. Oh, that's so weird. No, it's live. We live on YouTube right now. It's 42 minutes in. Or it should be, at least.
I can't even speak. Is this all that there is? Cause I'm getting lonely and the nights are so long.
Bro, Isaac, we already got it, bro.
Terrified I'm the only one who feels so worthy to feel any love.
This one reminds me of Kid Laroi. Last one really reminded me of Lewis Capaldi, but I think these are like fucking huge names that I'm comparing you to, so you're doing a good job, man. Like, I could see you getting like, if you try to sell these songs, I could see you getting a placement on some of these songs too, to be honest, bro. So much emotion on these vocals, man. Nah, seriously, like, bro, if I'm comparing you to, like, arguably two of the biggest artists in the world, some of the biggest artists in the world, man, you're doing something right. I don't want to say the biggest, but, you know, like, Lewis Capaldi had a huge moment. Kid Laroi had some huge moments as well.
I can't keep the tears from my eyes. When I don't
like, low-key, like, I feel like if you pitch this shit to Kid Laroi, you might get a placement off this. Not that you should, I'm just saying that if you did. There's a strong chance, bro. The Kid Capaldi, says Zach DeLuco. I love the processing on the vocal, though. Like, this is pretty perfect, especially for the genre it's in. It's exactly what it needs to be. Ren said, Isaac, this is really good, bro. It's very good, man. Like, great performance, great voice. Honestly, you sell it on camera as well, bro. Moss, you just missed it, man. You literally just missed it like 2 minutes ago. We just listened to it. I'll recap for you in a second, though. This is Isaac Mather, Not Okay. Beautifully done. Great video. It's simple. It's to the point. But again, the emotion that you have in the vocal sells the whole song. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm always trying to tell artists this, especially if you're a singer. If you can make me feel the thing that you want me to feel from the song, as opposed to just telling me the thing you want me to feel through the lyrics, like, you've already done way more than some artists can ever do. You know what I mean? So, like, just keep that up, man. Don't ever lose that, like, feeling and emotion in your vocal. Like, that shit is the thing that's going to connect with people and will keep them coming back over and over and over again. Isaac.Mather on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. He is sick. Moss, the feedback that I had for you is pretty similar to the feedback that I've had on some of these other songs as well. Master feels a little bit quiet. Lead vocal feels a little tucked behind the instrumental. That was it. Those were the only two things. Tonally, it sounded good. Lyrically, it sounded good. There's moments where the writing could be a little stronger, but that's just practice. That's just making more songs. It's writing more songs. You'll get that. You're doing a great job already. But I would say, like, the biggest things for me, and this is across the project, like, I think I've said this on every song we've listened to so far, Master feels a little bit quiet. Lead vocal feels a little tucked behind the instrumental. I wish, especially with, like, the type of production that you're using, the type of songs you're making, that vocal sat in the forefront a little bit more. If you go back and you listen to, like, Nas or, like, any of the artists, like Rakim or, like, fucking, like, Wu-Tang Clan or someone like that, right? Like, the vocal is always, like, very present. It's in the front. It's the thing that's kind of more aggressive than the production, and I feel like that's the only thing we're lacking in this project from you so far. Don't Be Mad, Peyton Binge. This is a BandLab demo, a songwriter I really enjoy from New York. Let us know what you think in the chat. I always find myself really relating to the lyrics of his songs. The mix is going to be iffy because he did it on BandLab, so don't judge that too heavily. Make sure you read along with the lyrics as we're going, and let us know what you think in the chat.
I don't like to gamble, I don't like the odds.
Isaac, yeah, keep healing, bro.
My favorite, but sometimes it's off. Sometimes the CD lands, sometimes the balls drop. Sometimes a major win, sometimes a major loss. Used to think that I was on the path of God. Now I walk around with the wrath of God.
Bro, I like this one already.
I can't keep on acting like I know it all. The more I know, I realize realize I don't know enough.
Bro, I keep trying to tell people they gotta work with Peyton as a writer.
Makes you mad,
Beats tight.
makes you jelly like you splattered on toast. Makes you mad because I rap about what matters the most. This white man is more wavy than the back of a boat. And I shatter the code. I'm a ladder that goes. I'm a factor that grows. And I'm badder than most. That's an accurate quote. I'm a hatter in the pasture.
Don't get mad at the go. That's pretty hard, bro. The other bar that really hit for me on this one was, used to think that I was on the path of God, now I walk around with the wrath of God. That's hard. Those two.
Each day I radicalize further. Some days I can rationalize murder.
Oh, bars.
It all click while tapping on my cursor. We've all been divided by capital.
That's a fact, bro. Spitting.
We need stronger working class solidarity. We need
Vocal is mad low. He did it on BandLab though, so I'm not judging the mix too heavily.
Mutual support and future charities. We need a light that'll guide us with more clarity. Who's gonna win this on the battlefield of thought? Every word that I spit is an atom you can chop. Baby face killer who likes rattling the plot. Start meeting with your neighbors, stop battling the God. All the have-nots are tired and ain't having it. In this era, is it truly moral to be a pacifist? Sure it was for Jesus, but this ain't ancient Nazareth. Why this kid you know, but I might end up on the blackest list.
Very good writing, bro. I get, like I say this every time, like the bars that are supposed to hit. And if you listen, if you read along, it's just, they're impactful lines. Delivery, mix, those could improve. Overall though, I kind of like the laid back kind of approach you take to like delivery as well. But it's the writing that gets me every time, man. It is the writing every time. We just gotta get you in with like, we gotta get you in with a couple like Saba type rappers, you know what I mean? I feel like one of these would absolutely just be a smash. What up, Mike? How you doing, well, bro? Beat choice is hard too. At Peyton Binge, PeytonBenge. If you are looking for writers to tap in with, hit this guy up, because you will get some bars. You will absolutely get some bars. All right, guys, let's do another free bump, another free skip from the chat, or from the submission form, sorry. Let's get another free one before we get into our next round of paid skips. We've only got a couple more left, which is great. Means we'll probably get to some more free ones today. But if you do want to guarantee a song gets played on stream, best thing you can do is do a paid skip. It's $5 if you want to get pumped into the top of the queue. We've only got a couple people left. David Ilori is going to get bumped up right now to the top of the queue. Man, I love Nero. This is just so easy. Don't we all? This is the intro to his new mixtape, 24. I can't say if that says 24 and count. 24 and counting. Hope y'all enjoy. Let us know what you think in the chat. Eddie, what's going on, bro? Don't we all? Produced by Dexter U. David Ilori, let us know what you think in the chat. Bro, the music's been solid tonight, Eddie. Everyone's complimenting Nero yet again. This needs de-essing if it hasn't been de-essed already. Because those S's are real aggressive. You could probably EQ those out a little bit too. Dean_125 on Instagram. Oh, he's a Liverpool fan though, so I don't know how nice we're gonna be. I'm just kidding. I don't need to laugh at Liverpool more than just watching them get kicked out of the FA Cup this week, or whatever it was, Carabao. Biggest thing from here is these S's, bro. Like, the S's are super harsh. I guess it's the T's too, and the F's. All of the plosive sounds, F's, F's, P's, T's. That's probably the biggest thing here. Oh, if you want to submit, just use this link right here. It'll take you to the same place where the queue is. And you could just fill that out, and it'll put it in there for me. Need a pop filter. FA Cup, yeah? Oh, sorry, bro. Are you a Liverpool fan? You got an Arsenal fan in here, so I feel your pain. That usually happens if you're too close to the mic. Yes. What is that called again? There's a word for that. What is it called? Isaac would kill me, bro, my artist. Sibilance. Yeah. Fucking Isaac, bro. Plosives, yeah, but it's to do with like where you are. Proximity effect. That's what I was talking about. Proximity effect. That's what I was thinking about. Maybe that's not what I'm talking about. Maybe it's not that. Proximity effect, microphone. Yeah. Proximity effect is an increase in bass or low frequency response when a second source is close to a directional. Okay, so this is not the same thing. This is not the same thing. Ignore me. It's not proximity effect.
Are you missing?
That's a different thing altogether. But the thing that I was thinking of is sibilance and plosives, bro. The plosives are a little harsh. That's the biggest thing. For me on that one, S's, F's, P's, T's. That was the most harsh thing that I heard. Outside of that, I mean, in all honesty, I have to be real. It is hard for me to get past that. That is probably one of the biggest things for me, that if I hear in a song will stop me from listening to a song or just click to the next thing. So that would be the thing to work on, in all honesty. Like that's the toughest part for me, is kind of like the harsh tones. And you can do that with, de-essing. You can do that with EQing. There's a couple different ways I think that you can bring that down in the vocal mix. But I think that's the thing. Work on the vocal mix more than anything. If you can get a vocal chain, you can literally download vocal chains from places at this point. So there is a lot of ways that you can kind of like finesse your way through it. Quite honestly, even if you get Isotope, like there's literally like presets you can use on Isotope. You can AI mix a vocal with Isotope now too. So there's a lot of tools out there. I would definitely just invest in that. Stoner Boy, what's going on, man? If you want to submit, use this link in the chat. It's free to submit. If you want to guarantee a song gets played on stream, there is a skip queue of $5 if you want to do that. But if not, we'll do some more free skips after we get through the next round of, we got three. We got 3 paid skips right now. So when we get through these next 3 or 4, depending if any come in, we'll just do more free ones. At 7:30, so in 30 minutes, we'll start bumping people up from the chat for free. So if you stick around, there is going to be another section where we really just try and take care of you guys who are in the chat, hanging out with us and taking part as well. This is Gory Summers with Naked. This is a very demo, not mixed at all. I actually just recorded it last week, so keep that in mind. 3 resubs. Can I use one of them for a skip? You absolutely can, bro. Make sure you submit in Nero, though, because that's where we're pulling all of our submissions from these days. But yes, you can. Oh, it's in there. It's in there. I got you. I mean, this does need mixing. Seth Gnarly was cracking, bruh. Welcome back. I mean, this needs mixing. It needs a little tuning. Gory Summers 1 on Instagram. The wolf howl is kind of wild. I like it. It needs mixing. I think the idea is cool. It's really just the mix. Gory Summers 1 on Instagram. But bear in mind, everybody, this is not mixed at all. This is just a demo that they made last week. So just keep that in mind while you're giving feedback. Let us know what you think in the chat, though. I mean, for me, biggest thing here is mixing this. That's the next step. You know what I mean? I like the way that the melody jumps around the way it does. And even the layering with the delivery is cool in theory. It's just kind of dialing it a little bit more. I like that melody right there. The pre into the chorus is nice. Again, this is not mixed at all, so just keep that in mind. Need some tuning, need some leveling. The idea is cool. Waiting for this wolf howl to come back. Oh, you don't bring it back? Zars, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's exciting. It's scary. It's gonna be more work, but you know, I like a challenge, so we're gonna figure it out. I'm excited to get into it though. All right, things I'll say that are positive about this. Definitely like the ideas. Definitely like the way that the delivery kind of layers on top of each other. The melody kind of jumping up and down. Very cool. The things that can improve for me, biggest thing is mixing, obviously, leveling, tuning, just kind of polishing it all off to make sure that it all kind of fits together. Oh, Peyton, don't look. It's always going to be kind. It's always going to be kind words in here for you. Honestly, the songwriting, bro, and changing a diaper sounds terrible. You know, messy. So I'm glad that you got through it and you came back. Hey, man, thank you guys so much. Seriously, you're gonna make me cry. Nobody Knows, produced by One Mike Dior by Y2Ka up next, and then we got a music video, our first of the night from Nash Bronwyn. Fuck, bro. If I say your name wrong, please correct me as well. I'm somebody whose name has been said wrong forever. So. You know, I like to get your names right. Nobody Knows. Y2Ka. Sam White, thank you, bro. The ads will get you guys, but if you do still want to sub on Twitch, you can. You don't have to, but you can if you want to for ad-free viewing. Nash Broen, bro. Broen. Oh, I needed this energy right now. Deluxe, what's up? How old is this artist? See, we making Trillers. I know people still use Triller like that, but props to you. Is this you, bro? Is this you? I mean, feedback that I do have, I do wish that the vocal was up in the mix a little bit. The beat's very loud, which is, it's a vibe, but I feel like it doesn't highlight the vocal or the artist as much as it could. I mean, I think for this genre, it's pretty in pocket. You know what I mean? It feels good. 140, I'm not mad at. That is a nice, short and sweet song. I'm gonna follow you. Y2Ka. Is it Y2K or Y2Ka? I will say the energy, the bounce is pretty good on that. You know what I mean? The vocal overall sounds pretty good. It's mixed well. Outside of maybe feeling like a little bit buried underneath the production, like the actual processing on the vocal is pretty cool. Like I like the feeling of it. But I would say like biggest advice I would give you is just try and get that vocal up in the mix a little bit. I mean, like go look at like maybe don't listen to other reference points for the mix, because I do feel like that's maybe also like a genre specific thing for that kind of subgenre of hip hop right now. It does lean a little bit more, I think, into the production than the vocal. But I think for me, and again, like this is all subjective, right? So just take this with a pinch of salt. I never like to tell people like you have to do things a certain way. But I think for me, one of the things that I do listen for, and I think when artists in that genre stand out the most to me, one, it's about the hook, right? And making sure the hook is super catchy. Two is making sure that vocal is the star of the mix. And I'll tell people that all the time. Production was hard. You did a great job on the beat. Biggest thing on the mix, though, I would say is just like try and get the vocal up just a tiny bit more. It doesn't have to be like super overpowering or dominant, but at the same time, just making sure that the vocal is more of the star of the show, I think is something that, I mean, as a producer, one, we've all done it. Like if I'm being honest, like I've done it with beats, and if I'm recording a vocal, like I've done it a billion fucking times where the beat is louder than the vocal. And I think if the producer is mixing it, sometimes that just is the way the producers think about things. But like that's it. Like biggest thing for me, bro, bring those vocals up a little bit, and I think it will stand out a little bit more and keep people coming back. You know what I'm saying? JR, welcome back. Nash Broen, music video. I directed, shot, and edited. All right, let's see what's good. Oh shit! What is this, bro? Okay, this video is already kind of tough off rip. Let us know what you think in the chat. I really like the color grading on this immediately. I like the kind of glitchy back and forth thing that's happening. Great edits. Do you do all the fucking lightning in the sky too? Come on. Come on. Now this video is dumb hard, bro. What the fuck? Are you in New York? The fuck is this song also? Okay, so Deluxe, right? This is probably the other thing I would say is like this is a good reference point, right? And you hear the difference here with the vocal sitting on top of the production a little bit more. This is what I mean. It's got the same kind of feeling, but that vocal is still the forefront. You're from the DMV, where? I'm about to have to go save this song also because I like this song. Bro, this video is crazy. Great job on the video. A little dark at times, but it fits the song, so I'm not really that mad at it. You shot in a helicopter? Northern Virginia, 15 minutes from DC? Where? Alexandria is south from DC, right? Not north. Yo, shout out to you, Nash Broen. Killed this, bro. Arlington, I know what that is. I drive through, my parents live in North Carolina, so I drive through all the time when I'm going back to the holidays. That's like literally the road I take through. I know exactly where Arlington is. Yo, Nash Broen. Killed it. We're about to pull up his Instagram right now. Don't you even worry, bro. Nash Broen on Instagram. Yo, stay tapped in, bro. I'm always looking for videographers to work with, directors to work with, especially around like independent and emerging talent. JK, I hate Spider Kellys. I'm dead, bro. Sick. Jesus. Got 2 more skips, and then we're gonna get into some free ones from the chat, I think. Really quickly though. Damn, what was that song called? Hold on, I gotta go find it really quickly. Petros, Rotated Earth. Can't believe I haven't heard of Petros before, bro. I mean, I've heard of the place, but never the artist. Damn, are you for real right now? Petros. Petros. Is a bar in Arlington, not a person. I'm a hater. I'm dead. That's a place that was called to CXC. However you say that name beats. Rotated Earth, bro. We're gonna save that shit. I liked it. I liked it, bro. Great job on the video. Fuck. I'll be closing shit by accident sometimes, guys. Project 5_2 demo looking for placement. This is the one from CXEJ Beats.
I woke up with a feeling I can't shake.
Oh, I was not expecting this. It's actually kind of tough. I don't know if I was crazy about that very first sound in the intro, personally. Maybe a little too bright. Your vocal actually sounds really nice, though. I see Irawadi in the comments here. Shout out to Irawadi. Okay, so my advice to you is figure out who you want to pitch this to. First and foremost, who can you hear on it? You know what I mean? I think that's probably the first thing that I would think about when someone was sending me a demo for pitching is, who am I pitching this to? And then from that, it becomes a little bit easier to work your way backwards. I mean, like, it's really beautiful. I don't know who I would pitch this to, in all honesty. There's a couple people that I could hear.
Love how you talk, how you walk, how you vibe. I go the extra mile just to see you smile. Baby,
low key like Biebs.
So I can't go too far. As long as I have it by
maybe like a Teddy Swims. Giveon, yeah, maybe Aston. So I'd like, okay, this is for me the way, even when I'm thinking about features, right? I try to work backwards. So I'll look at like the place where I'm trying to get something placed. If it's like a playlist or something, right? Oh, the song was Even Angel Cry. It wasn't Rotated Earth? What the fuck? I'll go save that in a second. I'd maybe cut this rock section right here. This rock section at the end is maybe the only thing that's throwing me off a little bit. Because it's actually like a straight R&B song. If you end it right there, it's just a straight R&B pop song. If you put this guitar section into the end here, it makes it a little bit more confusing, I think, for somebody who would be listening to it, thinking about like putting it on their, like giving it to their artist, right? Or having the artist cut it. So that's maybe one thing. I think like for me, this is how I think about things, right? So if I'm trying to like get a feature for a song and I know it's a co-primary and I'm like strategically trying to get something out of it, like have it either get playlisted in a specific place or get listened to by a specific curator or something like that, right? Like I'm actually going to go look and see who those people like already and kind of work my way backwards from there. So similarly, you could do this. Oh, you're from Manchester as well. Shout out to the UK. Shout out to my UK people. Yeah, bro, I would work backwards a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, I think identifying who your targets are is the first thing. Having, like, your, like, all right, this is kind of a reach, this is kind of a long shot, but I'm going to take the shot and see if I can get it, people. And then trying to figure out who their A&Rs are. You can find that usually by looking through the credits of albums and stuff like that as well. You can usually see it in their tagged photos or things like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty easy to figure out how to work your way backwards from that. Or even going to, like, you know, what label are they on and trying to reach out to A&Rs from there and be like, I'm a songwriter, I'm trying to pitch songs to your artist, blah, blah, blah. Usually they are looking for people to work with in that way. But I think it's just identifying who your targets are first, you know what I mean? And then having like kind of unrealistic ones, but then also maybe having some realistic ones based off of who those people at the top are. So even for me, right? Like if I have a feature, like right now I'm trying to figure out how to get a feature with Travis Spitter, right? For one of my clients. And I said, yo, like, I'm gonna try and get it. I can't guarantee that Travis Spitter will just do this. So what I'm going to do in the meantime is also make a secondary list of backups based off of that sound, right? And figuring out artists who have that same sound, who have that similar kind of like, who sit in that kind of space sonically or make that type of music. So I do think that that's probably the best way and the best advice I can give you is just kind of work your way backwards. Think about who am I trying to get on this? In the absolute biggest reach, and then figure out how you get to them. And it's usually going to be their A&R, their management team. That's probably the best way, unless you can go directly to the artist, which is going to be very difficult. So I would definitely try and work through either publisher A&R, like if you can figure out who does that publishing, which you can look in the C&P lines on Spotify usually and be able to find that information, or you can go and just do a little Googling. Usually you can figure that out. But look for that publisher, look for an A&R at the publisher, or look for their A&R at the label, pitch directly to the label, or look for that manager and try and go that route. But there's a couple different routes you can go. There's not really just like a one size fits all. You know, every situation is different, and you kind of have to approach it that way. But I think like the biggest thing that you could do is like if you're talking about how to get something a placement, think about like, all right, like who do I want on this song, and then just kind of work your way backwards from that. I think that's the easiest way to work. To be honest, like me personally, it's like if you have an idea of what you want, and then kind of like build backwards from that, as opposed to like trying to figure it out without having an idea of what you're looking for in the first place. Even like a Justin Timberlake, I could see that fitting for like a Justin Timberlake. You know what I mean? That's a huge reach, obviously, but work your way back from that. All right, Special by Czars. This is our last paid skip right now, though if anybody does want to do a paid skip, you've got about 10 minutes to do that, 15 minutes to do that. If you want to submit your music, feel free to do that. We'll spin the wheel a couple times until we get to the free section otherwise. World Czars up next. This is one of my unreleased I recently mixed. Hope you enjoy. All right, let us know what you think in the chat. This is Czars with Special. And real quick, I'm going to go find that fucking Petros song as well. That was Even Angels Cry, isn't that what you said? Hey guys, if you have any questions, man, seriously, feel free to ask me questions.
I thought you were something special.
Ooh. Ooh.
I thought you could have been my next love.
This has got like Miguel in it, bro. Very Miguel-esque. This is like Miguel Sure Thing album vibes.
But now you're by yourself, love.
I like this. I like this.
By yourself, love. Self-love. By yourself. Self-love.
Yeah, this is really tough, bro. I like this a lot. No, submit it in the same place. But we have a rapid fire section in the last 30 minutes. So when we get to that, it's usually like 60 seconds. So if it's short, we can play the whole thing. WRLDZARS on Instagram. Yeah, this is filthy, bro. I like this a lot. I would maybe bring the vocal up a touch, personally. Oh, yeah. submit in the thing anyway, like in the forum. Just put the link in there. We do a rapid fire mode of free submissions in about 15 minutes from now. And that's like 60 seconds of each song. So if you got a short in there, we might be able to do the whole thing. Kev, do you have a song for me, bro? We switched to Nero, man. But I'll bump you up for the sub. Lucid Illusions, what's your artist name? I'll check. World Czars on Instagram, also from the DMV. Woo! You should be able to upload one, or you can do Untitled or a SoundCloud link if you have unreleased. Some people already uploaded those, so it should work. Yeah, this is really cool. You probably would like him. His videos are actually kind of tough too, bro. This is one of the videos that we saw initially. It was like this one on the train. I've enjoyed his visuals. They've been like more self-shot, but they've been good. Make sure you guys, yeah, definitely tap in. Definitely tap in, man. World Czars on Instagram. WRLDZARS. That was called Special. I really liked that, bro. It gave me like Miguel at times. It gave me like, honestly, like kind of D'Angelo at times. Like very, very like soul, dark R&B. Like this, it like hits a lot of things that I really like. Honestly, like there's moments of it feeling like The Weeknd a little bit as well. Good shit. I will say the mix on that one is probably the best mix that I've heard from you so far as well. I mean, like, I think the feedback that I gave you in the past was mostly around just like having like a vocal that felt maybe just a touch more in the forefront. And that one did. It gets really loud at certain times just overall with the production and stuff. So I would say like, if anything, you could maybe find ways to make the vocal just stand out and cut through a touch more. But like, that's like absolutely just, you know, that's very subjective. It felt good the way it was. Like, even if you didn't fix anything about the mix, like, I don't know that I'd be that upset about it, if I'm being real. Oh, yeah, you got hella mutuals. I love that. It's a small world, man. This industry is very small. That's why you got to not be an asshole. If you're an asshole in this industry, we'll know. We'll figure it out real fucking quick. Let me tell you, we'll figure it out real fast, and everybody will know. All right? Literally everyone. Who was it who wanted to use the sub for a skip? I feel like somebody did that, and I missed it. Tarred and feathered, bro. Look, we talk about it. I'm not gonna say that we don't. Look, like, there have been so many instances where we've worked with somebody, and this is like at Genius, this is on the branded front, this is like I got a bag for someone, and then you book them, and they're a fucking dickhead, and then you never work with them again. And then every time someone brings them up, it's not like I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, it's such a good experience with that person. No, I'm gonna tell them, I'm gonna tell my truth. I'm gonna tell them, hey, like, this was actually a nightmare. Maybe don't work with that person because it was really difficult. And that's not just like to be like vindictive or anything. It just is what it is, guys. Like, it's a very, very small industry. A lot of us know each other and like respect each other and get along. And so, like, you know, people will ask. So if you leave a bad taste in people's mouths, it's gonna get around, and eventually you'll end up like Drake. Maybe not Drake, because you'd have to get to be the biggest ever to do that. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. There's a reason that no one is defending him. Let's put it that way. Esplanade, and I've never met him, so this is not my personal experience. But that is how you end up. That's how you end up getting flamed at the motherfucking Super Bowl in front of 100 million plus people, man. Esplanade by Bags. I actually think I've liked this song in the past already. I have. Bags, are you back with Esplanade? I think I might have already playlisted this. Esplanade? Is that what it is? Bruh, I've been saying Esplanade this whole time. Shout out to Bags. I do like this one though. Bags.mp3 on Instagram. I think he's Singaporean and Filipino. Shout out to all my fellow AAPI people in the chat. I I do think the mix on this one could improve a little bit. I listened to it a couple more times since the first time we heard it, and I think that was my biggest feedback even then, was like, vocal mix could come up a little bit. Guitar tone is nice, but the guitars do feel maybe a touch loud. And then EQ-wise, there could maybe be a little more space for everything. But I do like the song. Ami Lux, this does not shock me, this is your type of vibe. I love artists that are doing better on Spotify than IG. It's like that sometimes, man. It's like that a lot of times. Boo Boy, what's going on? I really like... Well, Kev, what did you put it in as, bro? What's the artist name? Is it Wubsy? This is very vibey, I will say. There's a lot of things that I do like about this. The biggest thing for me on this is the mix, and just making more space for the individual elements so that they sit in the right places. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Chris Carmen, what's going on? If you guys want to submit, if you have not already, !submit. If you want to skip the queue, it's a $5 paid skip queue. Feel free to do that if you want. You've got about 9 minutes if you want to get into the paid skip queue before we start doing it for free from the chat in rapid fire mode, so stick around if you want. I'm a duck. You are not a duck. So much I like about this. Biggest thing for me is the mix. I feel like if there was more space in the mix, especially like EQ-wise, right? You could have all these like really nice vocal moments. The stacks are nice. They just get a little bit buried underneath that guitar tone. That's really it, man. I think this mix gets a little better as a hit. Feel like I want to hear this on Trip Through Europe. It does feel like one of those types of songs. Like I'm on a boat type shit, rowing through like a canal in like a European city. Agree, mix is a bit hectic and could be a bit smoother. That's it. It's just that there's a lot going on, you know what I mean? There's a lot of elements. So I think in those cases, especially when you've got guitars and vocals that kind of sit in the same kind of frequency, right? It's really just about carving out space for each of those individual elements to really stand out. But lots of things. Yeah, Esplanade was on the November community playlist. That's what I thought. But yeah, the biggest thing, and I think this was the same even when I came back and listened to it in the community playlist, was really just kind of getting to that place of making sure that each of those elements kind of stand out a little bit more. Because there's really nice moments and really nice elements in that from an instrumental and a vocal standpoint. It gets a little messy at times, and I think that's really the big thing. All right, my bitch, Mundane, up next. Shout out to my bitch. This is Mundane. Yo, I've been fucking with Mundane, though. I can't even lie. Yeah, carving out melodic instruments around 2 to 4K could definitely help vocals shine. I agree. This is my bitch by Mundane, bro. I've been fucking with this album, also out of Virginia. Virginia's boy out of the DMV, man. Shout out to my bitch. Mundane is hard, bro. We listened to 4 songs from this album on the last stream. I saved all 4. Make that 5. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I've become a Mundane fan pretty quickly. Sounds like Junie a bit. A little. I will say though, if you listen to this album, everything that we have saved, if you listen to these songs, lots of different vibes. It hits Brent at times. It kind of hits like Caribou, Yachty at times. Like, it's pretty cool. I've enjoyed what I've heard of this project already. I will just say that straight up. Make sure you go follow if you're rocking with this one.mundane on Instagram. Bro, I'm saying, the bounce. There's a bounce. There's a swag to his music. It's that fucking DMV bounce, bro. What? You guys are not fucking around in the DMV. Shout out to my bitch, for real. Sax already said, yeah, this heat on God. I'm telling you guys, go listen to this whole project. I haven't listened to the full thing start to finish yet, but everything I've heard on it has hit for me so far. I think Damsel in Distress might be my favorite, or Ladies Man. DMV, it's been the music hotspot, bro. Come on. There's been a lot of great artists that have come out of the DMV. We can name a few if you want. But there's a lot. There's a lot of talent in that space, man. I'm always trying to tell people. One Mundane on Instagram. Make sure you go follow. That one was fire also. That was my bitch. How long is the queue? The paid skip queue is only 2 songs. So if you do a $5 paid skip, that will make you song number 3. In 5 minutes from now, which is probably after these 2 songs, what we do for the last 30 minutes, which I'll explain, is like a rapid fire free skip secondary queue. So I'll skip like a bunch of people from the chat, put them in a new queue. We'll listen to the songs for the next 30 minutes. We'll probably listen to about 60 to 90 seconds of each song. We'll still get feedback. We'll still be following artists. It's just more of a rapid fire free section so that we can get more songs throughout the stream. But if you want to guarantee a song is played on stream, best thing you can do is the paid skip. I literally can't guarantee that I will get every song that you guys send me in that 30 minutes, but we'll try and do as many as we can, okay? This is What's the Real by Moss first, though. This is unreleased, more on the jazz side of vibes. Then we have one from Kev Speaks Truth after that, and then I'll tell you how you can get into that free skip queue, okay? But it's up to you. If you want to do a paid skip, you've got 4 minutes to do it. Only 4 more minutes of the paid skip queue being open, all right?
They got real friends.
And if you miss it after that, you miss it.
I'm trying to talk about love, though, man.
We are back on Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Time, too.
That's what I'm trying
Vocalists sounded real present in this one.
Yeah. Said, what's the real?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bro. Oh, yeah. Come on. Moss, this is what I was talking about. This is it. Vocals in the forefront. We still got that beat. Let us know what you think in the chat, but this is... This one sounds great, bro. This sounds really good. Tactical says sheesh. I mean, the difference between the stuff that you have out and this, bro, this is sounding really good. Very clean. Mandy_Moss_ on Instagram. Ugh. You. More of this, please. More of this, please. Nah, mini Wheatons don't even feel that way, bro. We listen to everything, every part of the journey in here. We're gonna help you improve. That's what we're here for. Everybody in here started somewhere, including me, so don't even worry about it. Ugh. This is great, bro. Good job. It is giving Larry June, but also giving something Southern at the same time. I hear that Larry June comparison. It's that nonchalant kind of flow and delivery style. Namdi, you got 2 minutes to get that paid skipping if you want. Kev says, feel like I want to bump it down the highway with the blunt seat. Don't get pulled over in Florida doing that. But yeah, felt. Well, this is Burn Cruise. Depending on where you are in the country, now is maybe not the time to be doing that. Just saying. Yeah. Hey, bro, don't change a thing about this. This is great. Nah, this one feels good, man. I would not tell you to change a thing about this. Can you man drive zooted? I mean, yeah. People doing that shit all the time, fam. What are we talking about? Motherfuckers be doing that shit all the time over here. Hey, man, one of the things I learned about Americans, too, after I moved to this country, Americans love to drink and drive. I don't know what it is, but Americans love to drink and drive, bro. That shit is crazy. You don't be doing that shit anywhere else, but in America, bro. Wow. They love to drink and drive. I don't get it. I had something on what's being said. Mula, I always said, bro, this shit is hard. Don't change a thing. The mix sounds great. You'll be able to check it out on the VOD on YouTube tomorrow. Also, you guys can watch on YouTube. I don't know why no one has been watching on YouTube, but if you want to watch on YouTube, you'll get no ads on YouTube. That is one part of YouTube. If you're not a subscriber here on Twitch, you can go watch over there if you want. I don't have a problem with that. That's why we multi-stream now. I got you, bro. Working on the next release now. You killed it on that, man. Good job. Good job. Wubsy up next. This is actually Kev Speaks Truth. Just something for fun, but it did not work. Kev! Come on, man. Give me a private link. What are we doing? Let me know when you've resubmitted that shit, all right? Chance is a hero up next. We're gonna jump to this. Nah, bro, you killed it. You did a great job. That one is perfect. You addressed every note that I've ever had for you in that mix. It sounded good. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Outside of the vocal mix on this right now? Sheesh. A little bit harsh on the S's and the plosives, but... Oh my god, this delivery and melody choice though. Is it this Kev Speaks Truth one, bro? Do you already do it? Oh my god. This is fire. Outside of the mix could use a little work, but the song is fire. Leon's a fair shout. Yeah. Look at you over there sitting on pretty angel heaven, sit from got me feeling myself, feeling amazing like this room is no one else. I know that you can feel the same for me. Bro, these melodies are perfect. And it's catchy too, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, hit that low, hit that baritone, bro. Come on. Range. What you tryna do? Let me set the table, girl. It's just for two. I'm providing everything to set the wow. Baby girl, just let the lover boy Drew on Instagram. You're making me want to sing right now, bro. Runs are really great, bro. Great work on the runs. Yeah, man, fix this vocal mix. Gold. Beautiful work. It's literally just fix that mix. Fix that vocal mix, is done. Yeah. Loverboy Drew on Instagram. One mix away from taking off. That shit was hard, man. I really like that a lot. That one's called Chance. Not out yet. Oh, fuck. I need it. All right, found my way. Kip Speaks Truth. As we're listening to this one, I guess put your artist names in the chat, and we'll start building that secondary queue for the next 30-ish minutes. Thank you guys for everybody who skipped, everybody who did all that good stuff. This one's Found My Way by Kev Speaks Truth. And then we are... Give me a second to catch up. Damn it, Kev! Make sure you submit, and then put your artist name in the chat once you've submitted, because we're doing free skips for the rest of the stream. Kev, bro! Kev! What are we doing, man? All right, fuck it. You guys are here, so I'm gonna play this beat that I made this weekend in the meantime. Yeah. I made this weekend. So you guys can see what I do too while I build this queue. Give me a second to catch up with you guys in the chat. Woo! Hey! Little kitsy. Come on, Rizzo with me. We're going hands on with me. I don't no man. Put on hands on, put it on hands. Run away. One of my kids on, listen, under my face. Come on, man. Yeah, so I'm running my leg. Something going here, so I'm running on hands. Wait. Mr. Napkin. That's a crazy artist name. I don't know. Zaz, you gotta submit another one if you wanna get bumped up. Get Smino on this, I wish, bro. Nems would be hard. Yeah, change the permissions to anybody with the link, bro. Woo! Thank you, I appreciate it. This was like 20 minutes of work this weekend. Oh, Futuristic going live on Nero this week. Gonna get a Nero hype house for some streams. Shout out to Futuristic, bro. Collab streams. All right, is that everybody? If you're in the chat and you're trying to get bumped up for free, now is the time. Put your artist name in the chat. Hey. Yeah, Kev does have a song with Futuristic. All right, let's play this last one. If you have not submitted in the form, you got to make sure you submit on Nero if you want to get bumped up into this free skip section. And I think that's everybody, right? All right, let's try this one from Kev, bro. Found my way, 80 D minus, mix 1. Kev Speaks Truth. Let us know what you think in the chat. As always, we'll try and get you right now.
Whoa, I think I found my way back home. Whoa, I think I found my way back home. Whoa, I think I found
You need some of those like kind of glittery ad-libs on top, bro.
I think I found my way back to the man I was.
Oh, Kev. Kev. Kev Speaks Truth on Instagram. Engineer a track out. Hey man, you know you can make me sing your song if you want.
Just to see another blog hit me with declines. Just to see another pawn get lost in the lie. And I'm tired of watching it all fall apart. Building it up just left me scarred.
I like this a lot, bro. I like when you do this kind of stuff and kind of push yourself out of just rapping. I like hearing you sing, bro. Unique drum groove. It's a nice drum groove. You produce it on yourself? Did I say D minus instead of D minor? Whoops. Whoops. I meant D minor. I know music theory. Calm down.
I think I found my way back home. Whoa, I think I found my way back home. Whoa, I think I found my way back home.
D minor. Yeah, I get what you're going for though. This is nice. I would get a female like soul vocalist on top of this as well, just to layer some like background vocals and harmonies. That'd be a really nice touch.
You see, as a kid, I had a dream. I make it big because my confidence was lower than the fucks I give about all the love and blessings that I've already got. Because I'm too blinded by all the things that I am not. I'm not a millionaire.
Yeah, think like fucking like Erica and fucking Outkast. You know what I'm saying? Like, or Janelle Monáe and Outkast type vibes. It flips into drum and bass at the end? What? Alright, we're about to get to it in a second. And then we'll get into our free skips. Like I said, that's more rapid fire, so expect 60 to 90 seconds of each of those songs. Whoa, I think I found my way back home. I found my way. Yeah.
I think I found my way back home.
Type shit. Drums a little awkward for hip hop. Nah, yes and no. I feel like for old hip hop this fits. Drum and bass drums are gonna feel a little out of place, but I'm not even mad at it. Alright, bro. To me, it's two different songs, right? It's the remix, the drum and bass version, and it's the old hip hop original version. As opposed to them being both in the same song. I think for me, it's maybe too drastic of a shift. So I would probably make two. And release them as a 2-pack, so you got two songs. You've got the drum and bass version, you've got the OG version. It's two different feelings, so I don't know personally that I love the switch into it, but I like the idea of having this version of it as well. That's it. I also love drum and bass. Me and my wife were talking about how much we both love drum and bass the other day. And I got her into a little hard style as well, and she was like, what the fuck is this? All right, so like I said, this is rapid fire mode, so for the next 20 minutes, we're going to start bumping people up from the submission form for free. We've got a little queue going, but we're only going to listen to about 60 to 90 seconds of each of these songs. Jay Cortez, Maine, thank you so much, man. We definitely will and probably can at some point. Damn, Mundane, you just did a paid skip, so let's bump you to the top pretty quickly, because You didn't have to do that, man. All right, Make It Rain. This is another one from Virginia's Boy, I think. Didn't you like Wubs like that? What is Wubs? Me? What is Wubs? Didn't... I still don't know that I understand what he's saying, Eddie. That's what I'm saying, bro. Mundane's in some different bags. He gets into these different bags. Jay, thank you so much, man, for real. I really do appreciate it. Is it something? Oh, like the dubstep shit, like the whoop 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 whoop. I don't look. Admittedly, I'm not super in the EDM scene. I once managed an EDM producer, and it was not my most favorite time in my career, if I'm being honest. Maybe not my people, but bruh, Mundane, man. 6 for 6. 6 for 6. I've saved every single song from this album I've listened to. Doesn't always happen. I'm not just saying this. More often than not, I'm not listening to every song on an album. But Mundane, it's got me wanting to go back and listen to this whole thing. I'd bump this to Sam Wyatt. Look, I'm telling you, there's a lot of different sounds on this project for a lot of different types of fans and music fans, right? But I like this one too, bro. I'm fucking with this album, man. Virginia's Boy. 785 monthly listens is kind of crazy. I'm liking the production. I like his vocal tone, man. Like, there's just something about it. It's really easy to listen to. You gotta link up with J-Mac, bro. I could see you hopping on a My Name Isn't J-Mac song as like a vocal feature. And your voice fits so well. He's from the DMV as well. Like, there's just, I feel like there's a lot of synergy there. Same thing with like the Dre Waves of the world as well. Like, I don't know. The DMV has a lot of talent right now, and I feel like there's a lot of people you could collaborate with that would really fuck with this too. I like this a lot, man. I think you're doing a great job. Justin, what's going on? What's going on, bro? How you doing? He does. He matches the beat well, man. It's just like, it's a really good vocal tone. It's a really diverse sound throughout this album from start to finish. Again, like, it hits Brent Faiyaz at times. It almost hits like a Yachty Caribou kind of flow at times. Some of these songs, true R&B, like just real R&B songs as well. Bruh, I love to hear that. Let's definitely catch up soon. Sorry, I'm midstream on Twitch and YouTube right now. We got like 17 minutes left, so we're about to get into this rapid fire mode of songs so we can get through as many as possible. We're starting with Sam Wyatt from the UK, who's a rapper I've also really, really enjoyed. So let's get into it. Like I said, this is rapid fire mode, so we're going to do like 60 to 90 seconds of each of these songs and try and get through as many as possible. Let us know what you think in the chat. We're still going to follow. We're still going to playlist songs and all that kind of stuff too. This is Lullaby. This is Mix V4. Yeah, bro. This Mundane shit, I'm enjoying a lot.
Like, bring it. Try find peace in the streets, but the old
Justin, I'm gonna text you, bro. If your number's still the same, I'm gonna hit you.
Skin tone green on the surf like wicked. Can't swerve that sickness. Watch how the thing goes.
Do you want me to?
Like
all right, we're gonna fast forward a little bit.
The thing gon' burn like crumble.
We're gonna fast forward a little bit because he wants to know what about the middle. Sorry, if you want me to start from somewhere that is not the beginning of the song too, let me know, okay? Sam Wyatt will get into these pockets where it's like a little dancier, a little bit heavier. But he's got this like Dave aspect to his voice. Sorry guys, sorry to skip the beginning, but I like that you have this breakdown, more stripped down version in the middle as well. I would imagine once you have that big drop in the beginning. Oh, sorry. But we're gonna get into the second drop, so it'll come back again. This is way more of a dance song, but I like that.
Look. Yeah,
this reminds me of the fucking Stormzy like drum and bass type shit, which I like. So I do think vocal could come up a little bit in this mix. And I probably would use that Stormzy Backbone song as a mix reference for the whoever's mixing this too. That's the biggest feedback that I could give is just make sure you use, the master's not finished yet, but that Stormzy Chasing Status Backbone song is probably the perfect mix reference for the vocal on that, because your vocal kind of sits in the same space, like just pitch wise, it's like not too far off, right? Official Sam Y on Instagram. Definitely go follow. This man can rap his ass off. I've enjoyed a lot of the stuff we've listened to. Talking to Myself remix by Zach DeLuco up next. Note says offer remix tape with the homie Brad Reputation. Let us know. We're going to keep going fast. And again, if you want me to start from anywhere that's not the beginning, let me know. Okay? Eddie, can you put Wubsy back in there, bro? I don't know if I can do that because I already clicked yes that we played it.
Why do you hate me so much?
Nice. 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 I like this drum break already. Zach.DeLuco on Instagram. Drum break is doing it for me. I like the slow filter into full EQ. I do kind of wish the drum break maybe came out of that filter in that moment right there and it was more of an actual drop. That's maybe the only thing that I could hear. I wish that the drums started to hit a little bit harder at that 38-second mark. Yeah, so I really like the idea. I think getting to that section right there, 38 seconds, I just wish that the filter came off of that drum break a little bit more and we got that kick to punch through a little bit. That's probably it. Felt like popping my shit, and this captures that feeling perfectly. It Boy by Stax Hardy. Let us know what you think in the chat. Yeah, we are still accepting submissions. We are in our free skip section, so I can't guarantee we'll get to you because we do have a bit of a queue already going. But feel free, to submit if you want to, all right? Just remind me when we get to it, Brian OG. If we get to it, we might not, like I said. Oh. Sorry, I don't know why that happened. I'm a starter, making his boy. You were sitting on the bench, boy. I could destroy this whole bitch, boy. Anything I touch is mine. Midas touch, now this is mine. Feeling good like sipping wine, but I am not sipping wine. Yo, bitch want me like genuine, cause I was running through mine. I don't do no shape shifting. Nigga, I'm one of Dr. Bosch, thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I'm not trying to shut no time. Let you talking dollars. That's so nice of you. Thank you. Just get my time, but I just mean like millions. Chop it up over Benny Hines. I'm the hit boy. You ain't shit boy. How I know this legit boy. If you like that, you be like this. I ain't like that. That's my niche boy. I am miles ahead. You was only moving. So I actually like the vocal on this. I like your delivery. I like the writing. The beat's not really doing it for me. And it's specifically around the sub and the fact that the sub does not feel tuned to the rest of the beat. And that's throwing me off a little bit. Stax Hardy on Instagram. I'm going to follow you because I want to keep up and I think you have something. This beat is probably not my favorite beat. And I would just love to hear you over something else as well. I think for me, and this is something that you'll learn about me if you keep coming here, if you keep sending in music. I came from classical music, so dissonance. Oh my god, this is hard. One, dissonance between sub and melodic lines in the production is always going to take me out of it a little bit and be the only thing that I can hear. So just keep that in mind. Like, you know what I mean? That's a very like me thing. But I think that's the thing about that beat that maybe would stop me from playlisting the song. But I'd love to hear more from you because the vocals sounded good. This is crazy, bro. This is a crazy way to flip these vocals also. Kev Speaks Truth on Instagram. Produce this one. The way that you have this delivery going rhythmically is crazy, dude. Now you killed it on this. This is very cool. All right, low-key one of my favorite Wayne and Birdman songs, honestly. That one was always good. This is a beat I made with vocals thrown. It says cried up, counted up beat. All right, cool. Let's see what's good. Let's get into it. From one producer to another. Slightly quiet, Matt, or slightly quiet on this sound. You could probably bring up this sound a little bit, especially if it's going to be the intro sound. Even if you automate it to go quieter. Count it up, count it up, count it up. Count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. Haven't heard the song since this album dropped, even though I have the vinyl back there on my shelf. Count it up, count it up, count it, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it. It's probably my favorite song off of this album, in all honesty. When you die, but you can live without it. Big pills. I actually did an interview with Scott Laser about this music video when it dropped, which you can check out on the Genius channel if you want. This was a really, really cool interview that I got to do years ago about this official music video. Here, I'll put it in the chat for you guys if you want to check it out. Always enjoyed this one. Scott Laser is low-key a visual genius. Very cool. Honestly, that beat was pretty solid. I really don't have too much feedback about it. The one thing that I would say is, especially on that one melodic synth, is just to cut that up volume-wise a little bit. Leveling was pretty the big thing. Did I do a lot of interviews at Genius? Yes, I did. There was a while before I got promoted the first time where I was the only one really doing the verifieds and deconstructed. So in my first 2 years of Genius, I probably did like 300 interviews, maybe 400 interviews. But yeah, like I've got like a whole document somewhere. I wonder if I can find it. I've got a whole document somewhere that's like interviews that I did. Let me see. I've still got all my questions and shit too. Like it's just like one of those things that like portfolio. I used to have this saved too. It was like a whole thing. Sorry, we're going through my whole ass shit right now, which you didn't need to do, but yeah, this is my, as of 2021, this was artist bookings that I did and interviews that I did. And that I stopped updating it at a certain point because it got a little ridiculous and I couldn't like put it in. I couldn't like put it in my resume because it was just too long. But yeah, like I did a lot of interviews. That was like my whole job for a while. Of course, bro. Definitely want to keep up. I have a playlist on my YouTube channel of all the interviews that I did and shoots, or like some of the biggest ones at least, which you can check out too. All right, this is Lucid. Here, I'll put the playlist in here as well if you want, but you can actually see it if you go just down here. So this right here, this section, things I booked at Genius and the interviews that I did. There's a lot of like viral shit if I'm being honest. So yeah, this one's good. Very clean production. I should probably update it. It's been a while since I updated it. There's definitely more that I could probably add in there. Yeah, that was my job for like the first couple of years I was at Genius, was just interviewing. So and booking for interviews. This is cool. AI vocals, lyrics and mix of his. Pretty solid for AI vocals, I'm not gonna lie. Vocals are AI. We listened to Lucid last week as well, and the one thing that I told him was just to work on song structure a little bit more. The vocal is AI, yeah. So it's a trained AI vocal with the lyrics written by this person, Lucid Delusions. Yeah, you know what? I was pretty impressed when we listened to the last one the Lucid Delusions sent in too. Yeah, why would you? I do Spotify links, that's fine. There's not a way to unsubmit, unfortunately, sorry. And we do only have 6 minutes left, so. This one has more structure, so I like that there is a solid chorus in this one that you can come back to, so great job on that. I think that's an improvement. That's probably the biggest thing that I would say, bro, is just keep sticking to that structure and keep telling your story with that in mind as well. What's up, Seth Mesa? That being AI vocal, I think the good thing about that is being an art, like a songwriter, is that you can demo your own songs, right? And write them and then AI do it. So like for producers and writers, it is a good tool to be able to use. There's things that are scary about it, but it's a good way to kind of like... Ooh, Young Jai. Young Jai is 11. So this is an 11-year-old we're listening to right now. So be impressed by that in itself. We are all kids around the world. How old is everyone? Do you know? That's crazy. You guys are all making music like this already. Vocal tone's pretty solid, man. Yeah, 11. So the lead artist, Young Jai, who's in the chat, is 11. It's a 17-year-old, a 14-year-old, a 14-year-old, and an 11-year-old. Bruh, you guys gotta go follow this kid, man. Out of New Zealand, man. Young _ Jai. Look, we've been listening to a couple songs from him. He's just been doing this shit on his phone. USA, UK, and Australia. Sorry, Australia, not New Zealand. But I mean, look, like he's already making content, bro. Like this kid is just doing it. I can't be mad at this. Just keep making music, bro. Actually, this one doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, everyone on this song is a child. 17, 14, 14, and 11. You're at like 2 minutes. Let's skip to 2 minutes. This is Young Jai right here. This is the 11-year-old. This is not bad, bro. This is not bad. I do still think widen up the vocal mix a little bit. It's a little squashed, but you're 11. So just keep working on it. Every time I hear a song, it does feel like you're improving, like in real time, which is crazy. Yeah, everyone here is like, yo, that's crazy, bro. I can't believe it. The internet is amazing. I agree. That's definitely one of the upsides about the music industry these days. Bro, keep going. Honestly, like the things that I have feedback for you on are pretty similar. You know what I mean? It's like, just keep working at it. Keep working on that delivery. The timing of it. The writing will get better the older you get and the more you expand your vocabulary. Read books. All right, Mini Wheatons is a Mormon electric guitarist teen who wanted to try rapping for fun. That's fine.
Don't tell me how to write my emotion. I face in the closet and listen to headline. Man, I always on one day. Hopefully that will be a while. Pull the chair, get no one's name.
Okay, 1. Don't pan too much on the vocals because it's panned way too far to the right in one section. Now it's panned too far to the left. So try not to pan the vocals as much. One thing I would say too is don't try and put too many words in the bars.
Everything in between. So rich kids, if you're out there, listen up. I'm about to sock the face with the buzz bleached hair.
I would definitely work on just the rhythmic delivery.
Don't tell me how to act.
And then the tone, I like just delivery in general. Like the more you work on it, will be fine. But yeah, don't try and put too many syllables, too many words in a bar. You don't need to do it.
This is trash, I won't deny it. That's okay. That's everybody's hating on it. Even my younger brothers telling me that I suck. That's okay. I'll keep it up.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like this is
one day I'll be good.
This is quite literally like where everyone starts. So this doesn't sound any different than like every rapper I've ever heard with their first song ever. So don't be discouraged by that. But I think the things that you definitely can work on, right? One of them is delivery and just like the timing of the delivery. Slow it down. Don't feel like you've got to rap fast. I think that's the mistake a lot of rappers make when they first get into like writing raps and rapping. This is the same thing that I did when I first started. Was just this like idea that you gotta like fucking put a ton of words or like do like a really fast rap. It's just like not like that. You know what I mean? Like just focus on telling your story and doing it in a way that feels natural and easy to get out. And lean into that natural voice a little bit more. But work on the delivery, work on the timing, and I think both of those things will help you as you continue to make music too. All right, this is Gibble737 featuring LODMG Dutsa Artisti. Where are you? Where are you from? Are you Polish? You like that guess? I live in a predominantly Polish neighborhood, so I saw it and I was like, I know this language. Gibble_FDF. I can't comment on the lyricism at all. Oh, did you? You did? Alright, let me put you to the top. There's certain things, yeah, like I like the idea. There's certain things in the mix that I would work on a little bit. I think EQ is one of them. There's like, you clean up the mix on the vocal just a touch. Melody and cadence is solid. Stacks, bro, I'm glad that you feel that way, man. Look, like we do this every Monday and Thursday from 6 to 8, and we got hella free submission things that you can submit for as well, even outside of the stream. So just make sure you tap in with all the other things as well, man. Like definitely check out the content on socials, and we have a community playlist in the Discord too that closes tonight. So I don't like the mix after the time, but still think that's my favorite one I ever made. Yeah, I think song-wise, I'm into the idea. I think the thing that can improve is mix, but just keep working at it. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things that are good in there. And it's cool to hear Polish. Like, I love foreign language music, so keep sending me music. Like, I haven't heard much Polish music, but I got some Polish friends. It would probably fuck with this, man.
I don't believe you
I got a friend who's a Polish music curator. I mean, he's in America, but he is of Polish descent. He'd probably be excited about that. Hey, let's go, Stacks. Chrome Decay, what's going on? We actually have 5 minutes left on the clock before we get done, but we're gonna go on a raid after this. Yeah, come on, we're back on Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. as well. You can also join us on Discord and go follow us on Kayvan's house. Ooh! I think you need a little bit more in this build into the drop because I was not expecting it to go this way. Bass is maybe a touch loud, but the idea is cool. Europeans low-key do rule the producer space. It's a different focus on fine arts than Europe. I was trying to tell people this. Didn't expect the disco drop. I think we need more of an ease into it production-wise. It's cool, though. Digit_HXI on Instagram. Yeah, I'm into DMV trap. Absolutely, bro. I'm tuned into hella trap music, bro. My listening taste is a little bit of everything, but I came up mostly with hip hop and R&B, and a lot of my career has been in hip hop and R&B as well. So that's always going to be at the core. But I like a bunch. I just love music, so I'll listen to anything. I'll support things as long as the music makes me feel something. And that's really the biggest thing. All right, Moncler Sweater, JL the Rapper. Yeah, biggest feedback for you on that one. I like the idea. Try and figure out a way to ease the audience a little bit more into the disco side of things. Hey, man, that's what I'm looking for. I'm always looking for something that's a little bit more unique, that stands out and catches my ear. This is JR the Rapper. 20 now, rapping since he was 14. Did we listen? We didn't listen to this one. We listened to Dance the other day. Yeah, I do like this little like anime, manga kind of based artwork as well. I'm a bit of an anime head, so. Biggest thing for me is the mix on this one. Like the beat and the instrumental's pretty loud, the sub's pretty hard. I wish that the vocal was up in the mix just a touch more. Melody choices are solid. I will say maybe the thing is just making yourself stand out a little bit more and kind of finding your sound. But, well, you're 3 songs in, so I'm not going to judge that too heavily either. That'll come with making more music. You need music videos, though. I feel like if you get music videos to this, it'll really help sell it, especially to that audience that's looking for that. And I feel like a lot of kids on YouTube like that kind of stuff. This is cool. Something about it's holding me back from loving it. I think it's the mix for me, in all honesty. I think like with a little bit more of like a solid mix on the vocal there, and maybe a little bit more presence in the vocal, I think that would stand out a little bit more than it does. And I think that's the thing for me. Harder and harder, Brian OG. Is that right? Harder and harder, Brian OG. Oh, that's why. All right, let's play this one. Okay, cool. Yeah, look, and that's a part of the process too. Like, if I'm telling you some mixed shit, like, just know that that's like the same with fucking everyone. Okay, 10 seconds is fine. We can keep 10 seconds.
I done went harder and harder, flowing up be like Dan Carter. I need a bad bitch like Lotto. Now they won't come fuck with me, cause they see I'm up next and I'm earning up checks like a baller. I'm going harder and harder, I'm speaking again.
Alright, I mean, honestly, my feedback for you is pretty similar, just in the mix. The vocals feel a little quiet. The master overall feels a little bit quiet, too. So, a lot of times, this is when I hear this. When the sub and the drums are knocking on a beat, maybe much harder, that is when I feel like Spotify's compression algorithm will really cut down the volume of the master overall in an effort to kind of like balance it out for listeners. I don't know if that's true, but that would be the biggest thing that I'm saying, bro. Is just keep practicing, keep working on the mix. I'm really not mad at this lyrically or flow-wise. Vocal tone is actually pretty solid, too. I like that you have ad-libs in here. Biggest thing is that lead vocal needs to come up in the mix, bro. You really want that to be the focus of the mix. That's really it. Flow-wise, there's maybe moments where it could be a little bit smoother. You know what I mean? It reminds me of some things that I've heard before as well. But I think that my biggest note is probably on the mix. I do think a lot of those other things you'll figure out as you continue to make more music and put it out. But for me, the biggest thing there is the mix and just kind of working on that a bit more. Yeah, +1, the vocals are muddy, but this is pretty good. That's really it. You know what I mean? All right, this is the last one for tonight. We're going to go hit a raid after this. I appreciate you guys if you're still in here and you sent music in today. But this is Zara's with Final. What is it called?
Only one I can wear with you.
Is it called Sec? What's the name of the song? Waiting on color grade. It's got a nice color to it already, honestly.
These moments that I share with you, we don't have to roll back.
Ooh. This is a different, so is this a side project? Separate of Zara's? I do fuck with this, bro. WRLDZARS on Instagram. Let's figure out where this raid's going. Oh man, Big Duck is on. It's probably Big Duck, in all honesty. Video is very tight. Make sure it's not, like with the color grade, make sure it's not too dark. That's maybe the only thing I would say. Sometimes when a video is too dark, it's easy for people to kind of skip over it. So that's the only advice I would give is, you know, like, don't make it too dark. We're definitely gonna go raid Big Duck, because I just fuck with Duck, man. He's good people. Guys, ooh, what a solid stream tonight. Really good music. Really good vibes. Like I said, we're back on Thursday from 6 to 8. If you haven't submitted for the Discord community playlist, that closes tonight. You have literally 4 hours to submit, okay? So make sure you get in the Discord if you haven't. Go follow us on Kayvan's house. You can also submit for the songs we found in the comments that will update on Thursday, so you have 3 days to submit something in there as well. And if you have releases dropping this Friday, make sure you put it in the release calendar because we will be updating that playlist on Friday and giving you guys some more love, all right? Oh, my neck is sore. I've been sitting in this chair for too long today. I'm gonna go lie down, maybe eat a little snack, watch a little TV, hang out with the wife, give my ears a little break. We got another long day of meetings tomorrow, but they're all exciting. So, we're out. Have a good one. We're gonna go on this raid to Big Duck. If you haven't come over to Big Duck's stream before, make sure you come through. We're gonna turn off the submissions for tonight. Very cool, though. We had a good time. That was good music. We found some cool stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, if you ever hear something you like, make sure you go tap in with the artists as well. Support them as well.
And one goes to
This is where we're going.
And another one goes into the fucking Suno CEO's face. The Suno CEO is such a little prick.
What's he talking about today?
Dude. Ew, how
is this? Oh, Suno is the AI shit, right?
Pants in high school, you know?
I'm dead. All right, so that's where we're going. Come with us. Duck is hilarious, bro. I enjoy his streams a lot. If you missed anything, if you want to check the VOD, that'll be up on the YouTube tomorrow. But otherwise, we are done. We are out. Have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you guys on Thursday, all right? Peace.
Yeah, I grieve the loss to my joy. Feel annoyed every time I try to conquer the noise. Null and void. Fun activities I fail to enjoy. Not a choice. All I crave is just a glimmer of joy. Just a bit. When I see, I hope my anime hit.
Come on this raid with us as well. I guarantee you'll have a good time in Big Duck's house. We're at his house as well. So come through on this raid with us. But I'll see you guys later on this week. Peace.
Need meds and see my doctor, then yeah. Hope they have my back. Keep it real, keep it a step. Get my happy back. Don't want my color wheel to turn black. But I know better than that. Not magicians, I know better than that. I know it's not